Hello and welcome back to Danno Does. In this video, we will be making spaghetti squash seeds. They are very similar to the acorn squash seeds we have made in a previous video. If you did not catch that video, you can check it out. It is linked in the description below. As always, we will be going over the materials needed for the recipe before we start cooking. And I want you to like, subscribe, and try. We want to cut the spaghetti squash in half, long width. Now that we have it cut in half, we're going to scoop out the seeds, put it in a bowl so we can make spaghetti squash seeds. So we take the seeds, we take the pulp, we throw it into a strainer, we just separate the seeds into a separate bowl, and then we get ready to prep them. It's all separated. I have a little bit of pulp still in there, and that's fine. I'm gonna pat these seeds down, dry them off, turn my oven onto 300 degrees to preheat it. While the oven is preheating, I'm going to mix together my olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic salt, and a little paprika. Then we're going to throw it in the oven for 10 minutes, take a look at it, flip some of the seeds over, put it in for another 10 minutes, and then we'll be good to go. While the seeds air dry, I take 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I put it in my bowl that I'm going to mix everything in. I take 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I put it in my mixing bowl. And I kind of just swirl it around so there's a little base for it all. I also take 1/4 teaspoon of paprika to give it a little bit of a kick. Again, I just want to mix it a little bit, mix it lightly, swirl it around, try to get it mixed in there. After the seeds are done drying, I'll throw the seeds in here. I'll mix it around a little bit. I'll add 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil, 1/4 tablespoon of pepper, salt, garlic salt, and paprika. Mix it in, make sure it's nice and even throughout all the seeds. Then I will take the seeds, put them on my baking sheet, make sure it's a single layer, and throw it in the oven for 10 minutes at 300 degrees. All right, the seeds are nice and dry. I'm gonna take them. There's still a little bit of pulp mixed in with them, but that's all right because it's not too much. I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna put them into our mixing bowl, our small bowl that we're mixing them with. Just try to pull them into it as best I can. Pick up anything that falls off. All right, now that they're all in the mixing bowl, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit with the stuff that was already in there. All right, now like I said before, I'm gonna take the remaining 1/2 tablespoon of olive oil. I'm gonna mix it in. Make sure it gets mixed in nice and even throughout the whole bowl. I'm gonna take that. Take 1/4 tablespoon of pepper, salt, garlic salt, and paprika, and mix that in too. All right, now that I got it nice and even, I'm gonna put the seeds and spread them out on a baking sheet. The oven is preheated at 300 degrees. So I'm just gonna pop this bad boy in there for 10 minutes, check on the seeds, see if they browned. If they're brown, if they're golden, they're burnt, they shouldn't be burnt. But we'll check on them at the 10-minute mark. Then we'll flip the seeds as best we can with the spatula. Leave it in there for another 10 minutes and we'll be good to go. Okay, so here they are, fresh out of the oven. The spaghetti squash seeds were put in there for 10 minutes. I went in there with the spatula. I flipped the seeds once I noticed that they were a nice golden brown. Once they were a nice golden color, put it back in for another 10 minutes, so 20 minutes total cook time. And here they are. They look phenomenal and they smell great too. That's it for how to properly prepare spaghetti squash seeds. If you have time, please check out our other videos, the one about the spaghetti squash and meat sauce, as well as our acorn squash seeds and our acorn squash and baked egg. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check us out. Please like and subscribe.